Hello, and welcome to another iDaph Events podcast. I'm Amy Silvers, the administrative coordinator, and today I have with me Daphne Kirkwood, our owner and race director. And today we're here to talk about the fourth annual Black Bear Half Marathon and 8K presented by Hunter Subaru. And it's on Sunday, October 8th in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Both start and finish in Jackson Park, run through Hendersonville and onto the gorgeous Ocklawaha Greenway.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this race. It is marking the last half marathon in our Appalachian Trilogy series where we had 200 participants this year. So it just is like the bookend of that series. So excited to be able to hand out those medals to folks. And then it's just beautiful this time of year in Western North Carolina. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Yes, the colors on the trees, especially the reds, are just now starting to pop out, and they're so pretty.
Yep. Yeah, it's fall here's hit or miss. You just never know when it's going to be vibrant, but I'm already seeing the red colors in Hendersonville. And so I think by race day, it should be really looking beautiful.
Yes, I know all the pictures from last year's race, all the fall colors and the scenery. It's just beautiful.
Yep.
Okay, and we have something else really big happening this year. We have the inaugural Black Bear Fall Market.
Yes. Yeah. We're at the really cool Jackson Park in Hendersonville, and there's so much room to have other folks join us. And so we're going to have a market. It's an artisan / farmers market-ish type event, and we've got so many people coming and setting up and selling their food, their snacks, their jewelry, and everything has been curated and handpicked from our team. So the people who are there, we've asked them to be there, and we really feel like you're going to love what they bring. So bring money, support them. I know it's October, but it's a great time to go ahead and get Christmas presents for people. Some of this stuff is so unique to Hendersonville and Western North Carolina, and just supporting local small businesses and entrepreneurs is really just an awesome thing to do. So we're excited.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it when we talk more about it here in just a minute. Okay, let's talk race.
Yes.
What time do the races start? I think
we split them up this year because the race has grown. We'll have almost 1,000 participants this year. So the 8K is starting at 8 a.m. and the half marathon starts at 8:20 a.m. And yes, we have fast people in the 8K. So half marathoners are going to scoot out of that start line quickly before the 8K folks start coming through that finish area. It is a mass start. You have to start right on time. We cannot do late starts for this event. So be ready at both of those start times.
All right. We're looking forward to bringing this back to the community, locally and regionally. We have a lot of people joining us from out of town, so local and out of town. So we're excited.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We had started this event, and we wanted to add an event distance to the half that was a little bit different, that we didn't have a ton of in the area. And an 8K is such a cool distance that complements it well, and people really have loved that. So we'll have the 8K again this year with some special things just for our 8Kers.
Wonderful. And do we have cash prizes again this year for the?
Yes, cash prizes for the fastest folks, for male, female, top three for those folks, 175 and $50. But you do have to be present at the award ceremony to take that with you. You can't get that later.
Yes, great. And one thing I've really loved about this event is the swag and the unique awards. Of course, Allison always does a great job with our logo, our little black bear, and the finisher medals. Of course, I have those. We have the half marathon and the 8K.
Those are awesome. Yes. I love the ombre look.
Yes,
that's back behind that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're gorgeous medals. And then we have the prints from Amy Kokenauer, local artist Amy Kokenauer has the hand-drawn colored pencil prints for age group prizes for second and third place. And then you have something special to show for our overall and first place age group winners.
Yes. So these are new this year from a local potter. And if you haven't seen this on Instagram yet, I got this last week and I've been sipping on it every single day. I took one for myself. I asked Amy if that was okay, and she said yes. But it has on the bottom the name of the race, and then the inside is all speckly. It's so cool. This is just absolutely stunning. I would say it's the most unique and cool mug that we've ever had. But you got to race to win that. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Wayne Boynton, Mr. Wayne, who helps sponsors our award categories so we can get those broadened a little bit. And Fleet Feet Asheville, special thanks to them for providing gift certificates for the overall and masters winners in the half marathon.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks to those folks that really help us. And if anybody's listening and they want to help support with any of the awards, we give out a lot of things, as you guys know, and it's expensive. Anybody who ever wants to help their business or company with those, we would appreciate it for years going forward as well.
Absolutely. And we have the long sleeve shirts. This is our half marathon shirts.
Oh, I love that.
So gorgeous. And they have the Black Bear half marathon down the side and 8K down the side.
That one's dry fit, right?
Yes, that's the dry fit. Cool. And then the 8K shirt, I'll just stand up here. This is our 8K shirt. It's the super soft. Yes, super soft, comfy Bella canvas. Love those. And this year we gave the option for both. So you couldn't decide. You just got both. And a lot of people did. I was surprised, but they're good shirts.
You have a usage for both, right? You can run in the short sleeve, of course, especially in the fall, or casual wear shirt. And then the dry fit long sleeve shirt is just perfect for fall running.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about packet pickup. When and where will that take place?
You should tell us about it because you are the packet pickup queen. So you tell us. How about that?
Okay. We will be at Hunter Subaru across from the airport on Saturday, October 7th. And we originally had that scheduled from 12 to 3. We've added an extra hour. 12 to 2 we had it originally. We've added an extra hour. So it is now 12 to 3. And hopes that we might be giving our out-of-town folks a little bit of extra time to get in there and grab that. Mm-hmm. And we really want you to come to that packet pickup session, or send a friend, send a family member, send a fellow runner, anybody you can to come get your things on Saturday. It will make it so much easier for you on race morning. The packet pickup on race morning is 6:30 to 7:30. And it will be at Jackson Park at the picnic shelter adjacent to the playground right near the start finish hub. We did offer the pre-event shipping option, which a lot of people took advantage of. So for future races, always keep that in mind. It's super convenient. We'll pack and ship your race bib and your shirt. It'll be on your front doorstep, and then race morning you show up ready to go. No lines, no stress. Yeah.
We started that during COVID and people have just loved it. And so we've kept it. And while it's a lot of work for our team and for Amy to get those things shipped, it really is a way for you to just roll in on race morning, do your warm up, do your routine, go to the bathroom, and not have to stand in a line. And that's a great addition. But folks who want a goodie bag, they're not getting that mailed.
Correct. Okay. Yep, correct. So they can swing by on race morning if they want to swing by and grab a goodie bag. After the race, we'll have them at the merchandise tent, and they can swing by and grab that. We'll have them ready for them.
Okay, perfect.
How about parking? Let's talk about parking.
Yes, let me pull up my screen here. I'm going to show it so that everybody can follow along. And if you are listening to this and you're in your car and you're not watching this on YouTube, then you can go to the event guide and see this map. This is the hub map. And so there's 2 ways to get into Jackson Park. You can come in where my cursor is at here on the left on Glover Street. That's also, I believe, 4th Avenue. So the name changes along the way. So there's an entrance to Jackson Park on this side. And then there's also an entrance that's down here by the Mountain Community School. So there's two ways to get into this park. So I'm going to talk about up here off Glover Street first. The market parking is the first lot that you see. That's also Ola, Carolina, if you're familiar with the park. So there's no parking here for runners. This is reserved just for folks who are coming in for the market. And so you will scoot on in, keep driving into the park. And if the closest parking lot to coming in from this side is if you just keep on driving straight, there are a big field here, baseball field. There's a big gravel lot down here as well, if you can still see my cursor, and it says runner parking. So there's two huge lots for people to park in here. There will be a little bit of parking here across from the race hub where the finish line and the start line is at, but there's no parking in this huge parking lot where the market and the finish line are at. So there's just a tiny bit right here. I wouldn't bank on being able to park that close. And it's also difficult to get out of that lot. So it's not, yeah, it might be close to the start line, but it's not awesome getting in and out of. So we've got parking down here. Once those get full, if you've come in from this side, you're going to be directed to just follow along Jackson Park Road here and then come over to this side. There's several different parking areas. We will be parking folks first down in this parking lot. It's a back lot. There's all kinds of parking along here. There's some on the field. And then there's parking here and parking here. So there's tons of parking at this park. There's no shortage of it. You will have a parking space. If you're coming in from this direction by Mountain Community School, you will be directed to go to the right, to go down here and do the parking back here. The nice part about these back parking areas is this will be closed right here. So that there's no traffic going into this area, but you literally have a porta-john house, or it's not porta-johns, it's like a mobile bathroom unit that's right here. And you literally can just walk right up here to the start area. So it's really convenient actually to park back in this area, I think, and to get to and from your car. So there's this one. This one's great too. Nothing is super far away. There are bathrooms over here. So if you're parking, you'll see restrooms as you're walking over to the start finish. There's also restrooms here by the packet pickup area. That's right here on the map. There's also restrooms in some of these baseball field areas that you can dip down into if you're parking over in this area. So there's lots of different restrooms in the park as well. So that's the main areas for runner parking. If you have a friend who's just coming in later for the market, there's going to be some reserved market parking here. And then up top, like I showed you at this area. So that's what that looks like. Any questions on that, Amy?
It looks pretty straightforward. Lots and lots of parking.
Yes. Yep. And there'll be parking marshals and volunteers. So just follow along with them as well.
Got it. All right. Let's talk about the courses. Let's start with the half marathon.
Okay. Let me pull that up here. And again, if you're not able to see my screen on the YouTube video and you are just driving along, you can always look later on the event guide.
We're super excited that these are USATF certified and sanctioned as well.
Yes, they are. Okay. This is a map of the hub area, a little different look than the map that I just showed you, but this is Ride with GPS. So you can pull that map up and look at this just like I am. The start finish area is here in this huge parking lot. You will run out onto Jackson Park Road, which turns into 4th Avenue, and you'll head out of the park here on Glover Street that turns into 4th Avenue. You'll take a right and then a left, and this is Market Street here, Maple Street, I believe, by the railroad area. You'll take a right, you'll head down 7th Avenue, and you'll be hugging the right side of the road as you go down. There will be a lead biker as well for both events. So if you're fast, you'll be following along behind them. Here, once you get down to the Greenway, you will follow the Greenway straight. And hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy as I do this. Past mile 2, about mile 2.4, that's where the course split is at. So right here, and I'm zoomed in as much as I can on this map, but there's a kiosk here for the Ocklawaha Greenway. It's a beautiful flower bed area. They have a kiosk with a map that shows more about the trail. So half marathon runners, you just keep going straight the whole way to the end of this Greenway, and it's absolutely beautiful through here. It's flat until you get to right here, and then this is a Stinker Hill. Amy, I know you're going to ask me about that. So that's the Stinker Hill right there.
It's not a long one though. It is a Stinker Hill, but it's not very long.
It's not long. It's just a stinker. You got to keep those in there to make it interesting. We're not in Florida. We're here in Western North Carolina. So then you keep rolling along. You'll pass an aid water station. There's porta-johns here as well. You'll pass that, and you will do a turnaround before you get to Balfour Road. Do your turnaround, and then you follow your steps, and you run back to this kiosk. You'll run around this side of the kiosk. Here, it's like a big triangle, and then you take a right after you've gone around it. And then you come here. There will be a timing mat along the way to check your splits, make sure you've done the course. And you will go around, take a right and go around the William King Memorial Park ball field. There's porta-johns over here. And you will run around this ball field. And as you are running, you'll see 7th Avenue where you came down before. You'll see that on your right. And you're on this little path here. It's narrow. And when you get to this spot by the water station, by 7th Avenue, this starts your second loop. So the half marathoners are going to go and repeat what they just did that first time. So they did a whole loop of that Greenway. They're going to go back, and you're going to do it again. So you're going to go back down to that kiosk, stay straight, keep running on the Greenway, go up the Stinker Hill, go past the aid station, turn around, come back, follow the Greenway, take a right at the kiosk, take a left here, and then a right. So you're basically just going around that kiosk. And then you come back down towards this ball field at the Greenway. You take a right here, go around the ball field by the porta-johns. And after you've done that loop that second time, you're finished with the Greenway. And it's time for you to take your right turn. And that's at about mile 11.7. We will have signs out there that say, check your watch. Make sure you've done your 11.7. And just so you know, volunteers will be out there, but they have no way to tell you if you've done 2 loops or not. You have to know if you've done those 2 loops, because there's no way for them to know that, what you've done. We had some people last year asking some of the volunteers, and if you get to this point and you are at mile 6.6, that means you have not gone far enough. You need to go back and do that loop one more time, okay? Because you're going to cheat yourself, and we'll end up disqualifying you once we look at the timing locations on the course. Once you're done, you're at about 11.7, 11.8. You're going to cross the street, and you're going to run up the side of the road facing traffic, the same side you came down, because there's a sidewalk over there. So you're going to run on that side of the road. You'll come back down Maple Street by the train depot. You'll do a couple little side streets here. You'll come back 4th Avenue. And here's where it's a little different than when you started the race. You're going to take a right and you're going to hop on the greenway. Here, there'll be a volunteer, there'll be signs. There's another little stinker hill right here. Don't hate me, please. You're almost done. You'll take a right onto the street. You'll stay within the cones that we have out for you to protect you from the cars. And then Jackson Park Road to the finish. Okay.
Downhill finish, little stinker hill, but downhill finish. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. The difference between that course, hold on just a second. Let me pull the other one up. And the 8K. Okay. Can you see that, Amy?
Got it. Yep.
The start of the race, exactly the same. The difference between the 8K race, you're doing the same, going by that same water station in the beginning, running along the greenway here. When you get to this kiosk, 8Kers, when you get to the kiosk, you're going to take a left, run around that kiosk, and head back. The half marathoners don't do that. The half marathoners, when they get to this kiosk, they keep running down the greenway straight. So this is a very important course split right here. And if you have a chance to run it ahead of time or go down there and look, we'll have signs, but it's up to you to make that turn, 8K folks. We'll have volunteers, but our volunteers, they've practically tackled runners before because they'll have headphones on, they're not listening, you're in the zone. I get it. Like, I've raced, I get it. You just get in your own world. But 8Kers, if you're not wanting to run the half marathon course, I suggest you take a left here and come back because your loop is finished. So you come down, back down the greenway here, you're at mile 3, and then you come around that ball field, just like I just showed the half marathoners. There's the porta-johns, you run around here, and instead of going back like the half does to do the loop again, you don't have to do that. You just take a right and you come up 7th Avenue to the finish. And so those are the two differences of the 8K. The ending is exactly the same as the half. But those are the couple differences that you need to know about that are very important. Any questions on that, Amy?
I'm just glad the 8K doesn't have that big stinker hill that the half has.
No, not that bad. The elevation, it's 213 for the 8K, and for the half, it's 400 feet of elevation, which, I mean, for our area,
that's good.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And I would just reiterate that the greenway is open to the public. The paved parts are open to cars. So just because we're doing this race doesn't mean the world stops in Hendersonville for us. So we want to be good stewards. We want to be able to come back. So it's important that you stay to the right of the road. Don't hog the whole thing. In the beginning of the race, we're going to take up more space. But as the race gets going, stay to the right, especially as you're doing the half marathon. You're starting 30 minutes later. And so 8K folks are going to be coming back towards you. So you really want to be separated and let them have their space, scoot over, stay to the right as they're coming back so that you both have room on the greenway and on the road. That would be the biggest thing I would say with this one. And cheer them on. That's one of the really cool things about this double loop half marathon course is it's very spectator friendly, very runner friendly. From the standpoint of you're not going to be out there on your own or alone. Yes, it's a boutique. It's a smaller race. It's not 40,000 people through a city, but it's a great chance to give people high fives and encouragement along the way and see people and just be out there for your community.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things about running our races now is gotten to know so many of our people, to be able to run by them and high five them and call them by name and cheer for them. That's one of my favorite things to do about running our races.
Yeah, and Amy, part of the deal when I hired Amy was, I want you to still race our races, because Amy loves to race. And so she does. She is a woman with multiple hats, and she will do packet pickup and then put her race bib on and go out there and run with you. Give Amy high fives too.
Yeah, I love it. It's so motivational. It spurs you on to keep going when you hear somebody cheering for you and know that you're being supported. It makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, how about a time limit? Is there a course cutoff?
Yes, 12:30 for both races. Yep.
All right, great. You talked about spectator friendly.
Yep.
Do you have any favorite places?
I would say around the water stations are spots that a lot of spectators seem to hang out. There's some spots along the greenway that you can get to from various roads if you study the map, that you can hop down. There's some parking and you can hop down onto the greenway. And I did see some spectators do that last year with some signs and stuff, so you're actually like on the course. Yeah, I think that there's various places to cheer people on.
Perfect. Course markings, what colors do we need to look for? Colors that separate the half and the 8K?
Yep. So the yellow markings would be the separating for the 8K, and the pink markings are for the half. So if you see pink markings, those are going to be half marathon, and then the yellow stickers are 8K.
That will be great for the 8K people to remember, because their bibs are yellow.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So if you're wearing a yellow bib, look for the yellow markings. So that's perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. And the course maps you mentioned, they're on Ride with GPS, if anybody wants to study those and get the turn by turn. And you could also, if you have a Garmin, I know you can upload it to your Garmin, which is pretty cool.
Yep, you sure can.
Let's see, you mentioned the greenway would be open and to watch for other foot traffic. How about post-race activities?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that's going to be going on this year. So if you came before, you're just going to be blown away this year. We're going to have so many different market vendors, like I mentioned. We're going to have a recovery zone. I'll just read through them really quickly. We've got Athletic Upgrade, Asheville Personal Training, Bare Bones Brewhouse, Brian Bird with Flat Rock Cinemas, our MC. We've got Chick-fil-A Hendersonville, Fleet Feet Asheville, Hendersonville Co-op, Hunter Subaru, Jam Bar, Movement for Life, Physical Therapy, Ocklawaha Brewing Company for your free beer, Shredded Smoothie Truck. We've got Yoga and Massage, also known as Yam, Blue Ridge Community College, Eat with Purpose. She's a new nutritionist. Definitely meet up with her. Bright Branch Farms is going to have your apple cider slushies, the apple cider donuts. They're going to have apples you can buy. You definitely want to stock up there. By the way, their salsa is incredible if they have it, and their apple butter. It's so good. Maggie Valley Band is the band, live band that we'll have on stage. So they're going to be awesome. So much fun to have. And then we've got Lana Love Knot that makes jewelry and all kinds of beautiful items for your home, for gifts, for birthdays, for friends. Amazing. Sharewell Coffee, which is a local coffee company in Hendersonville, will have a coffee table. They'll sell their coffee as well, which is bags of it, so you can take that home. The Rainbow Studio has fairy hair, so if you want to get some sparkles in your hair, or for yourself, for your kids, they're going to be doing that. They've got all kinds of fun stuff for kids as well, and families. Black Dog Flower Farm. You have to get a bouquet of flowers for your person who is finishing the race. So if you're listening to this on the way to the race with your husband, wife, significant other, friend, go over and get them a bouquet to give them when they're finishing. We're so excited to have them. They're a local Hendersonville farm. Sea of Sweets Bakery, oh, delicious. Conjure Chocolate, so good. Julie Bird Creates, she's an artisan as well. Honeybee Bliss, will be there. Taylor Farms with handmade soaps, Making York Press with all kinds of really cool print items with papers. And what else do they have? I was trying to think. Paper and stationery, things like
Yeah.
that. And some pictures you can frame.
Yeah.
Mini batch bakery. Listen carefully. Oatmeal cream pie. Okay.
Homemade oatmeal cream
Oh,
pie.
and they are delicious. Just save me some.
Listening to you, I'm gonna have to be sure I get one of those for sure.
They're so good. I think they're just everything they have is good, but the oatmeal cream pie, whew. Embrew Tea has delicious tea. They will be there selling packets of tea, tins of it, that sort of thing. Creative Gifts by Wild Beehive and Mickey Stravelli Designs with prints. So yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. So bring cash, bring your credit cards, be prepared to hang out and shop and just have a good time.
One more, tell me about that blueberry candle. I know you're raving about it too.
Oh yeah, do we have them on here?
Appalachian Rain.
Yeah, Appalachian Rain is, I have it here actually. I'm surprised it's not burnt to the bottom. It smells amazing. I've never smelled a blueberry candle like this, and there's something about it. I just love this smell. She is a youth entrepreneur. She's in high school here in Hendersonville, and so definitely stop in there and she will have all kinds of candles, but the blueberry one is my absolute favorite. So
I gotta be sure to get one of those after
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You said Bright Branch Farms is going to be providing our apple cider donuts for the runners, and we have Oklawaha Brewing Company providing the beers. How do they get those two things?
Show us the bib again, if you don't mind.
Yep. We have white for half marathon, yellow for 8K.
Awesome. So the beer tickets right there on that bib. For 21 and up, it's good for race day only, and you take it over to Oklawaha Brewery. It's a few streets away on First Avenue. You'll probably want to drive there instead of walk, but that's where you can go and redeem that ticket. We're not able to have beer at a park in Western North Carolina, and they'll be over there, but they're ready to service you, and you can redeem that there on race day.
And their donut, they just stop by and see Bright Branch and show them their bib, correct?
Yes. Yep. Yes. Until they run out. So they have a certain number of them that are free. And then once those are gone, they're gone. They will have some for sale as well.
Okay. Got it. And Caffeine Fix, you mentioned.
Yep. Sharewell Coffee will be there and Bare Bones Brew House. So you've got 2 opportunities to get your caffeine fix before and after the race.
Awesome. All right. What else? Is there anything else? What else is happening? Of course, we have the awesome market, but
let's look at the merchandise, because we have some new merchandise, right? Do you have anything to show?
Yep. That's a little further. We have that in there, but yeah, we can do it now.
I think we talked about the other stuff pretty good.
This is our new Run Asheville beanie.
Oh, I love that.
With our
Boco brand.
It is. Yep. And so is the hat.
Yeah.
And they have a version of the Asheville city skyline on it. And this one is also embroidered in the back.
Love it.
Run Asheville.
Yeah. I wore it last night to the run group, and it's a really comfortable running hat.
I love
running hats. I cannot do it. Like, it will bother my ears, and that one, it's adjustable. It's not too tight. It's so comfortable.
I have one hat that I wear that doesn't give me a headache until we got these Boco hats. And these also are great. I don't get a headache with these. I don't know what it is with me and hats, but the Boco are fabulous. They're adjustable, they fit perfect, and they don't give me a headache. So I love them. Let's see what else. Here's our Run Asheville crew neck.
Okay. It's a little hard to, I see it now. Yeah. I love that.
Yep.
So cozy.
Yes. And here's the new long sleeve Run Asheville.
I love that design.
It's gorgeous. And the color's
Yeah.
perfect for fall too.
Mhm.
And then
It's more of
here's,
a cottony shirt. So if you you got your dry fit long sleeve part of the race, and then you want more of a cottony, comfy style for casual wear, you can run in that too.
yeah, they're a blend. They're a cotton poly blend. And so you can run in it and be okay. It's not 100% cotton or anything like that. They wear well, they don't shrink,
Mhm.
and they're so soft. And here's the short sleeve.
Yeah, I love that blue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yes, that's fun. We got new stuff. And then don't we have Appalachian Trilogy
we do. We
here?
have, oh, I didn't grab any of the Appalachian Trilogy merchandise, but I did grab the medal.
Love it.
Yes. We have a lot of people who this will be their fourth one. They've done all four.
That's awesome.
So yeah. And the merchandise we have left for it, we have the cream colored Appalachian Trilogy crew neck. We have the teal long sleeve Appalachian Trilogy, and then we have the purple short sleeve Appalachian Trilogy. Those are limited, pretty limited in limited sizes and quantities, but you can get those in the iDaph store or on the Black Bear registration. Yeah.
Okay. And all that stuff is going to be under the big blue iDaph merchandise tent, and the Trilogy medals will also be under that tent. So after you finish the half, you'll get your normal medal, your race medal at the finish line, but you'll need to walk over to the merchandise tent to get your Appalachian Trilogy. You'll get marked off a list. That's where you'll pick that up from.
Yes. And we can do cash or card. I'll also Apple Pay and Google Pay.
Awesome.
We're growing with the technology.
You have to.
So many people I don't carry cash or card with me when I run, but I always have my phone with me.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's worked out convenient for people who just have their phone. They have Google Pay and Apple Pay, and it works now. One quick thing, thanks to Hendersonville Community Co-op for providing our snacks and drinks at the finish line. Yeah.
Yep. What else?
Award ceremony.
Oh yeah. So the awards, we'll do the overall awards 8K around 10 a.m. and then the half around 11:30 a.m. So again, 8K overall, folks. If you want the cash prizes, you'll need to be there for that award ceremony. The age group folks will just be saying who those winners are, and you'll get that after we do the overall award ceremony from the merchandise tent. So you'll go over there and you'll pick up your stuff. And you don't have to all rush at the same time. You can still hang out at the market. We'll have that stuff there until 1 p.m. You can look online and see if you are an age group winner, and you can pick it up anytime after we're done with those two overall award ceremonies. That's how we've started doing it with the ceremonies, and that's how we'll do it for this race as well.
Quickly, should people bring their own fuel and hydration? I know I've already had one question. I got an email about the water stations. Tell us a little bit about the water stations.
We'll have jam bars and some other snacky stuff, some little fruit chews and some water and Gatorade at the aid stations. But if you have something that you typically run with and train with, which when I was racing, I did, I would carry your own. Then you don't have to stop, and you know that your stomach will handle whatever you're going to put into it. There is water station number 1. It's at the 7th Avenue Greenway. I showed it on the map a minute ago, but for the water station folks, or for the folks in the 8K and the half, it's at mile 1.5, 6.5, and 12. You won't hit that in the 8K, or I guess you could hit it before you head back to the finish at mile 4 or 4.3, something like that. Water station 2 is Balfour Road in the Greenway, and that's the one at the far end for the half marathon. And so that is mile 4, 4.3, because you basically go by it, go to the turnaround, and come back by it, 9 and 9.3. You have a good mix of when the water stations are available. But again, if you're used to doing something different in training, I recommend you have your own stuff. There are porta-johns that will be close. I showed those on the map by those water stations as well. And then restrooms are in the park area. That's where the legit restrooms are located.
Yeah, and you showed those on the map earlier, so we got that covered. So that's good.
Yeah.
Always good to know. Okay, who are our nonprofit partners? We always like to support local nonprofits and charities. And we have several for this one. Who are we
Yep.
supporting?
We've got Conserving Carolina, Jackson Park, the Greenway Flooding Cleanup Project, Friends of Acosta Trail, Friends of the Ocklawaha Greenway, and I Dream Athletes Foundation.
Fantastic. Love that our events can help towards these local organizations and great causes. Let's hear from our friends at Conserving Carolina real quick.
Conserving Carolina is thrilled to benefit from the Black Bear Run, which will allow us to create new places for you to enjoy the outdoors. We're spearheading the 100-plus mile Hickory Nut Gorge State Trail, leading efforts for 50 miles of new rail trails, and creating new local parks and natural areas so everyone has a place to connect with nature. To become a member, go to conservingcarolina.org.
Yeah, they are all great organizations. We're really excited to have so many nonprofits this year. So looking forward to seeing them out on race day too.
Great. Okay. Other sponsors and partners that we can think that we might not have mentioned yet.
Hunter Subaru, they are supporting this event. They support so many of our events in this community, and we just couldn't do it without them. So huge thanks to Hunter Subaru. Asheville School is an annual partner, and they support community athletics, and we are so grateful for them as well. And then let's see, downtown Hendersonville, city of Hendersonville, and Hendersonville or Henderson County Parks, again, wouldn't be able to have this race without all of their support. So yeah, those are all individuals and organizations that we want to thank.
Perfect. Yeah, we're so grateful for all of our sponsors that support us.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you can think of? Did we cover everything?
I believe so. Yeah. I looked at my list and I think we checked everything off that I wanted to mention. So
All right.
all right.
I think that's it. We'll see you guys for the Black Bear Half Marathon and 8K Sunday, October 8th, and the fall market. So
Yep.
excited. We're looking forward to seeing everyone.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.